Welcome to Inhale, Exhale, Elevate. I am Autumn Shelton. Today's guests are Micah Pueschel, Micah Brown, and Adam Taylor of Southern California's reggae band, Iration. After almost 2 decades creating music together, Iration has racked up more than 1 billion streams, topped Billboard charts, and established themselves as one of the most beloved reggae-influenced pop rock bands to emerge from the SoCal scene. I am personally beyond thrilled to have you on the podcast today as Iration and Autumn Brands collaboration is finally hitting the market. Welcome to Inhale, Exhale, Elevate podcast. I am Autumn Shelton. This is a podcast hosted from our Santa Barbara Coast family cannabis farm to help keep your feet on the ground and your head in the sky. Autumn Brands and our female founders have a message that goes beyond just flowers. Learn about how our two families created a booming cannabis company that is leading the industry towards cleaner and more sustainable cannabis production. We aspire to move beyond strictly cannabis to help plant medicine lose the stoner stigma as we talk about all things holistic health. Welcome, Micah B, Micah P, and Adam.
Thank you.
Thanks for having us.
Yeah.
Stoked to be here.
So let's just jump right in. First, can you tell us how Iration was formed and why you chose the genre of music you do?
Yeah, so we actually moved to Santa Barbara first just to attend school. We most of us met in high school on the Big Island of Hawaii at Hawaii Academy, and then moved to California for school. For Joe, the drummer, and I, we started at the City College in Santa Barbara, and then on to UCSB. And along the way, just kind of developed an affinity for music, and mostly with Joe starting drums and one of the members of Revolution playing guitar. You know, we kind of met actually through skateboarding and surfing, and Rory and I from Revolution, and kind of even a love of cannabis, kind of that kind of led to us jamming and becoming a kind of a hobby band, bringing Mike along and all the other guys, and then kind of got started playing in house parties and bars in Isla Vista. And I think reggae rock was just kind of an easy fit for us coming from Hawaii. It was that's like the predominant music everyone listens to. So that was a good starting point for the music we've kind of developed into.
Any other backstories from Micah P or
Well,
Micah
yeah,
P?
sure. I mean, I think when the guys kind of started it when we were all in school, and then as we all kind of finished, we're all slightly different ages, like 1 year apart for the most part, and so when they started finishing school, everyone was kind of like, oh, now what do we do? Do we want to keep doing the band? Do we want to move on and do something, with our degrees? And I think there was a general feeling that we kind of felt like we had something that was unique and something that was strong. I think when I joined the band, it was a cover band for the most part. And then we started writing original music. I had been writing music, just figuring out how to write songs when I was in college, and just kind of started playing guitar and doing that. And so I think when they were trying to write songs, and the guys were kind of, I think everyone was kind of in that same camp of, we don't really know how to write a song. We don't really
Can't
know
be easy. I can't
no,
imagine.
I mean, until you really understand that there is a skill to it and an art to it. It's like telling somebody to paint a picture, and you can tell somebody that is trained at it and somebody that has learned at it and worked at it, as opposed to somebody that is a hobbyist that's doing it for the first time. So we were like, here's a blank canvas, here's a bunch of paints, make something really cool, and we all just didn't really know where to start. And so we started there, and we just kind of started feeling our way, trial and error, big time for many years. And it just kind of kept progressing. I think that was, the thing was, let's just keep going and see where it takes us. And things just kept kind of, seemed to keep moving forward and keep growing. And we were lucky enough to still be doing it.
What was your first song that you wrote that was on your album? That was yours.
I think it was probably one of the songs on our first EP, which was like
Militant style, or
our New Roots Association, NRA.
Okay.
It was a very we were 21, 22 years old. We were just discovering our musical sides, and we the band was a reggae band. We were playing reggae covers, and it was very influenced by all the music that we were playing. So I think we were just trying to make songs that fit into that same kind of catalog of songs that we knew how to play. And so it was very much like influenced by Bob Marley and the Wailers and that kind of scene. And so all
Love
those
it.
songs are tinged with that for sure.
And Micah B, you joined about 10 years ago?
Yeah, I was a solo artist. Same kind of same origin story though in a way. Just loved music, figured out that I had a knack and a love for songwriting. And so, years and years of playing cover songs at bar gigs and, open mic nights in these little beach town bars like in South Orange County led to like becoming serious about it. And once I started learning the craft of writing songs, that's when it kind of turned the corner for me as well. Just like knowing this is something that A, I love to do and I have a passion for, and B, people are responding to what I'm making and there's a positive kind of, reaction. And I think that's kind of what happened with Iration too. We were on these parallel paths. They had falling and these early successes that proved to them that it was working and they should keep going. And I was doing the same thing on my own. And then eventually we kind of joined forces. Around 2012, 13. I was going to be opening on tour for them as a solo artist, and timing wise, Kai, one of the original singers of Iration, left the band and wanted to do something else with his life. And so there was this kind of void that I was able to fill and bring a new element to the band, bringing a second guitarist and just being able to fill out the live sound that had never previously been there with just Micah on the guitar. Because a lot of those early records that Iration made, it's a lot of layered guitars and riffs and stuff like that. So I think my skill set and my personality blended with the band, and it became this kind of, really nice fusion that worked out, and the rest is kind of history. That was over 10 years ago now. So,
well, as someone that's been to a lot of your concerts, it definitely shows the group, the energy, the way that the music feels. You guys have done a sensational job, and the lyrics, and it just really draws you in and kind of makes you, really feel and love the music. So you guys are nailing it. I love it.
awesome. Thank you.
Well, I'm now excited to kind of get into the backstory of why you decided to have a cannabis line. Can you tell me more about the decision and then why you chose to collaborate with Autumn Brands?
Sure. I mean, I think we've always talked about having a cannabis line, and especially when we learned about Autumn Brands, for one, it was everything about your brand seemed to really fall in line with what our brand, especially after visiting the farm and seeing everything in place and everything you guys stand for. It was just seemed like such a natural fit. So just learning more about Autumn Brands and with Iration, it just seemed like a perfect collaboration.
Yeah, I think as being in a reggae band, the trope of like smoking pot and smoking cannabis and using that is something that is always associated with this music, whether whether you do or you don't. And I think since the beginning, we've always been on the forefront of being like, listen, like we've been on both sides of this coin. We've been on the side of we've seen what guys that use hard drugs, guys that drink, guys that use cannabis, and it's like there's no real like if you're not never used it, you can never really say like it's so good for everybody. It's good for your mental. It's probably saved our band, to be perfectly honest with you, because years of traveling in a van together, and before we were on a tour bus, it just was able to give us these moments of like, everybody just relax, take it down a notch. Let's watch a movie, let's all just, we can get into our own space. And obviously the creative side of it, the music is, it's hard to separate the music from the fact that, we have been using cannabis to bring out creativity for the entire time that we've been doing this, and so I think just the whole ethos of that lifestyle goes along with our music. It goes along with who we are as people. I think now that it's a little bit more accepted in society and in the U.S. in particular. I think it's just easier to be able to like, people are a little bit more open and accepting of the culture now, I think, and that's a big part of it
Yeah, and
as
I think
well.
the timing of this partnership is crucial, just because like Adam said, we've had a lot of opportunities in the past, and a lot of people have approached us in the past about something like this. And I think, specifically partnering with Autumn Brands is kind of what got us across the finish line and got us to the point where we were down to do it, because we do really, align ourselves with the similar ethos you guys have of sustainability and just, organic, healthy lifestyle. We love the way you guys grow your product, and we love the strains that we were able to pick out and get behind and really, stand behind this product, as opposed to just slapping our name on some random flower that we don't really necessarily understand or believe in, so.
Well, cannabis and reggae definitely go hand in hand. I mean, there's nothing better than going to a concert, especially one of yours, and lighting up a joint and just really getting into the zone of the music. And I'm sure as a creative, to really be able to utilize cannabis to kind of open up your mind, to get that awareness and kind of bring in that the lyrics and the music and how to really generate what you want to give to your fans, and is pretty incredible. So I love that you guys appreciate this incredible plant as much as we do, and appreciate what Autumn Brands is all about, and we feel the same way about you. So we're beyond excited for this collaboration. And that leads me into my next question. So this new Iration line of flower products are named after some of your classic hit songs and one from your latest album, Day Trippin'. I'd love to hear how you selected the strains after touring our farm and decided upon the names for each one of them.
I think the selection process was we got some samples from you guys, and we all kind of independently tried them out on our own time, and then came back to the table and said, what is everybody's favorites? What do you guys like about each one? And the ones that we landed on were all just kind of unanimous choices from everybody, that we had the same feeling when we tried them. And so that was kind of the way we landed on the strains. So I think the name just kind of fell in after that, based off of the type of strain it is, what songs kind of would pair well with that vibe, is kind of where we were coming with it. And we didn't want to have names that were just strictly our song names that maybe fans or people that aren't fans of our band aren't necessarily going to recognize. But some of the song names that we have, they are more that the term is more than just a song name. It kind of represents something else as well, so.
Yeah, and like MB said, with the voting we did, like for me, I was looking at the visual first, the visual component of, okay, how does this flower look, and then kind of the other sensory, like the smell, and then for me, a lot of it is the flavor, and then how I feel. And yeah, it was really quite unanimous. We all kind of like, I had to really take my time trying them all and putting in the long hours to research.
A lot of R&D.
hard work.
It's you gotta
and even the strains we didn't pick, we had to make sure we just kept trying them until they were gone, just to make sure we knew that
they were going to be okay.
But yeah, it was really impressive. The ones we landed on were by far just so impressive, like with all those categories, the look, smell, taste, the feeling you get. So we're really stoked to back these strains and to put them out and have everyone try them with us.
Yeah, and I think the songs go along with with the strains as well. I think just the summer nights is kind of being the indicas, that kind of like laid back, like at end of the night type thing, and then the day tripping being the sativa is like the up kind of up. Mm-hmm. It's an up tempo song. It's kind of a bouncy song that has energy. And then obviously the time bomb being the hybrid, it's kind of like that good middle ground where it's got a reggae groove, but it's got a kind of a party vibe when it comes to the song lyrics and the vibe of the song. So I think everything kind of just came together nicely.
And it's perfect to be able to have all three because then you're really catering to everybody's. Because some people are going to be more sativa, some people are going to be more indica, and some people just kind of like the blend of both. Like I'm only a sativa girl, so I'm really excited for this launch, and these names are incredible. Summer Nights though is by far my favorite. So, what do you guys like to do in your spare time? Any outdoor activities that pair well with your new cannabis line?
Yeah, for me, I like surfing. I spent all day yesterday at Rincon. That's your day trip and kind of afternoon.
Yeah.
Eva, but yeah, surfing for me is a big part of my life, and yeah, cannabis and surfing pair very well. So I mean, that's what I like to do.
Yeah, I think Micah Brown and I, we're both golfers. We like to be so. I play a lot of golf. So I'm out in the golf course, walking around. I love being out in nature. A lot of just hiking and walking around my zone out here in Goleta. That's I prefer to be outside if I have the choice. But I have two little kids at the moment, so right now it's a lot of baby. Being
Yeah,
a
new
baby
baby,
dad, new
right?
baby. So
Yeah.
um, but yeah, and so that's for me. And then obviously when we're making music a lot, so that's a big part of it as well. And those are all great opportunities to utilize the product that we're now collaborating on.
Yeah, I think in general, our whole band has a strong connection to the outdoors and nature, and whether it's surfing or the ocean or hiking in the mountains or even golf. Golf. A lot of people knock on it as like it's taking away from nature because you're putting this golf course somewhere, but there's a lot of sustainability involved with golf, and if you properly do it, you can really kind of find symbiosis with nature and cultivate these habitats for natural species, on a golf course. And so just in general, outdoors, that's a big thing for us. And I think cannabis pairs well with any outdoor activity. And, like Micah said, music also goes hand in hand with that as well. And just the inspiration that we find from nature is definitely something that fuels our creativity and passion for music as well. So
Yeah, I mean, golf's outside. You're moving around and you're within nature and out in the elements. So I think
yeah,
just because it's manicured doesn't mean it's not the outdoors.
Yep.
yeah.
So where can our listeners find Iration and follow along as your product line continues to grow?
I mean, pretty much anywhere you stream music or consume media, YouTube, Spotify, iTunes, whatever your choice is, you can find us if you search Iration. We're always putting out new music. We had obviously Day Trippin' is our brand new album that's been out since October, and we're currently in the studio finishing up the follow up music that's going to come soon this year. And so, yeah, anywhere you consume music or media, you can find us.
And a good hub is just go to our website, which is irationmusic.com, and that's everything will be included there.
And any upcoming events coming here in the near future, potentially, that we could find you at?
Yeah, we have Cali Vibes coming up next month. It's a 3-day festival down in Long Beach. We'll be down
Fun.
Friday. Is that the 21st?
16th.
No, it's the 16th. Yeah.
Yeah.
Something like that.
Yeah. And then after that, we're out to Hawaii for 2 weekends of shows, and we'll be playing Maui, Big Island, Kauai, and Oahu.
Awesome. That's exciting. That'll be a lot of fun.
Yeah,
I do have a question
mainly.
that. Oh, go ahead.
Sorry, go ahead.
No, go ahead, Mike.
I was just gonna say mainly we're playing festivals throughout the spring, and then we'll be doing a big summer headlining tour starting up in July. So keep an eye out for more tour dates to be announced as well.
Exciting. I didn't hear about that yet. Cool. So yeah, our question of the day is always how do you elevate daily, which you all I think kind of just touched on when you talked about what you do. So elevate daily could be cannabis, not cannabis. So maybe throw one more thing out there that you didn't just mention.
Okay, so I'll start. For example, morning, I like to elevate daily by starting my day with a walk, and I live really close to the beach, so I like to walk the boardwalk at C Street with my dog, and that's just kind of a great way to kind of get your body ready for the day and just get your day started.
Love it.
Well, I'm a big walker as well, but I'll just come up with something different. The way that I like to elevate, and this is something that we've all been engaging in recently and over the last year or so, is I take a nice, really ripping cold shower in the morning.
The cold plunge.
Cold, so I don't have a cold plunge in my house, so I do the cold shower. 3 minutes of exposure. It's as long as it's cold enough to make you go like when you get in. That's all you really need. So that gets you going.
I tried that for like 10 seconds. I'm like, no, I'm over it.
Yeah. I'll go opposite. I like to get in the sauna as well. But as far as like the daily morning routine, it's a cup of coffee, fire up the Wordle, get the brain going, go to the gym, get a workout going, and then come home and get in the sauna and then a cold shower and smoke a joint. And by then I'm in peak form at that point. So
I love it. I'm more of a hot tub girl. I like the heat too.
Yeah.
So I'm with you on that one. Well, this podcast is an extension of Autumn Brands, which was formed by the passion and knowledge of two families that focus on wellness, balance, and a higher self. Our family farm along the coast of Santa Barbara County uses sustainable farming techniques, natural sunlight, and pesticide-free cultivation. You can find our products in dispensaries and delivery services throughout the state of California, as well as Iration products, by going to autumnbrands.com and clicking the Buy Now button. Follow us on Instagram, autumnbrands_, to learn more. Thank you, gentlemen, so much for coming on today. I'm so excited.
Thank you, Autumn. We're excited too.
Yeah.